right, everybody, thanks for joining us. A few housekeeping items. We're going to start with National Signing Day related items. We'll leave some time at the end for any other questions you may have. Just a reminder, friends of the building rules, we're only allowed to talk specifically about the players that we've announced. So please keep that in coordinate your questions. I'll turn it over to Coach and anything you want to say off the top.
Yep, off the top, first off, I want to congratulate Coach Red and our men's basketball team. They've done that game last night was legit. It was just a great atmosphere. Really excited and thankful for what they've done and how hard they work. And I just want to make sure I give a shout out to Coach Red, the basketball team, Starling, just being clutch at the end of the game meant a lot. And also to Coach Felicia Jack, I think they're doing a really good job too. Both teams. Showing you how to work, and I was very thankful to see that and just happy for what they've done. I'm also happy about the new class we just signed, right? I told you guys for the past 8-9 weeks about just us building and getting ready, and these guys are a major part of it. I'm excited about all of them. I think they're really good football players, but they're also great student athletes, like students, right? Student athletes, they are coming here because of what they know that we're building from a football standpoint, but then they're also coming here because they know the Block S holds a lot of weight throughout the country. They'll be able to go anywhere in the world when they're done playing a game and get a job. And that's something that I think a lot of times people forget about, how important that S is and how important it is to these kids after they come here and they see all the legends that went here, the history that's here, not just from a football standpoint, but also just around the school. When you talk about Newhouse and Whitman and all the different schools that we have, there's so many iconic people that have went to this school that have done great things. When you're just thinking about the Falk School, you know, and just who he is and what he means to Syracuse University. So just really excited about our signing day and all the guys, and ready for all the questions.
Open up for questions now. Chris can start us off, and then we'll go to Javon right after that.
Fran, knowing you cannot use any names,
Yeah.
There's obviously a high-profile guy from Miami Northwestern that committed and didn't sign. What happened there?
It's the nature of the business. It's where we are right now. Final hours, a lot of things happen, different pieces of it. But I have complete confidence. I'm really good at recruiting, but I'm also great at building relationships. And I got faith in that Block S. Right, I got faith in the S. But now we can't, there's a lot of places in Florida that you can go and get a good education and be in school also. But I got faith in the S, and I got faith in myself and our staff. And I continuously work, right? And I work my butt off, and I'm gonna say I'm confident that I finished. We got to sprint through the finish line. We'll be fine. You get the 3rd, 4th, and 5th to be able to sign, correct? So I'll be good to go.
And when you say you're confident, you're always confident. You mean with this individual?
I'm confident.
And then, is there anything you can tell us about? Is it do you think it's financial? Do you think it's the offense has struggled?
It could be a mixture of everything, but I just know that we got a really good relationship. You know, that's genuine love for me. There's genuine love that I have for him, so that love isn't fake. There's time that's been put in, right? And how do you show trust through time? So I'm confident, right? I'm confident in who I am. I'm confident in this Block S, right? I'm confident in what we're building here. I'm confident that people get a chance to see this being built and going. And financial, there's always things you can go do for money, right? But that doesn't mean that you're going to be successful at the end. I'm all about work, right? And just keep putting the work in, and the product might not look the way you want it to look in the beginning. But when you're working and you understand and you know you're working, I know what the ending results are, right? And for me, I always talk to you guys about, it's about the finish, right? It's about what we're doing and what we're about. So I'm confident in Dart. I'm confident in our core values. I'm confident in our football players on our team. People want to come play with these guys, right? Byron Washington, Demetrius Samuels, Steve Angeli, and so many guys on our football team that are good. Jamie Treble. We got a lot of players that can play ball, and people want to come here and play football with them. So I feel good about where we are and where we stand, and continue to communicate, and let's just sprint to the finish line. It's just got to have confidence, right? It's not like a fan thing where I'm happy one week and they did this, now I'm mad, and then, they win, now I like them again. If you win, you win, right? When you win something, you stay in it and you fight all the way to the end, and at the end, it all works itself out. And if it doesn't, then it ain't the end.
And then the last one, and I'll move on. did you get advance notice, or did you find out an hour ago, like, or a half hour ago, and we found out?
I was on the phone till about 1:30 this morning, just talking with all types of players, right? It's just everything that go on. You're not the only one. Somebody else still didn't come through yet. There's different things that happen, so you just gotta. That's part of the game, right? That's what makes it fun, right? To figure out who going end up at the end, right? Because when it comes this way, so we just gonna see. It's also good that let's see what the fans think, right? See where they'll be at. Oh, I know he couldn't do it. I knew this would happen. Then what if he does come, right? Or then what if this happens? So it's like put your money where your mouth is.
That'd be crazy. Javon?
Fran, can you talk to me about two guys in specific? Zaid Lott out of Providence Day and
Yes.
Mari Guff out of Thomas Jefferson. What you see from those two?
Zaid Lott is a big athlete that can throw the football. Of course, we had some quarterback issues this year, so for me, that was important that I went to his game. It was one of the few schools that I actually went to and watched him playing a good game, so I can see him read defenses, throw the ball, lead a team, right? Seeing how much they follow him and do stuff. I think the moment he steps on campus, he naturally going to step into that role. He's a guy that people naturally follow. Not a big talker, but he just works, right? But intelligent. He comes from a great program, high school football coach who's put a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL, including his own son, has done that, and just trains a lot of people. So he comes from a good program, a good pedigree, where he gets in the door, he'll already be a little bit more advanced than the average freshman coming to college. Like he'll come to college like a redshirt sophomore due to Coach Greer and the great job that he does over there at Providence Day, and we knew he was a leader because Chris Pill, who played with him in high school and knows him really well, all those guys around each other, and he was a leader back then, and we're excited about him now.
And then Mari Guff out of
Mike,
Thomas Jefferson.
I always tell Amari, like from watching this tape and just going through it, he reminds me of Peter Warwick, and that's my guy. I told him that this morning, and he reminded me of it. I'm excited to see him and Meach back there catching punts and just doing different things, and him getting the ball on reverses and little quick outs and just curls and taking it to the house. He's a really good wide receiver. He's a great kid, come from a good mom and dad. Really thankful for them and his little sister. It was an honor to get to know them through this year. It meant a lot to be able to do that. And back to Zaid, it was really good to get to know his mom and father and his grandparents too. They got to come up last weekend. They were all here for the game. So was Amari, right? They've all been here a few times. So that tells you who they are, right? Even through all the struggles and all the things that we went through, they were at those games with us in the locker room afterwards, and they understand and they know what we're building and where we're going at. So you got to be thankful for guys like that who has so many other offers and could go to so many places, especially when they're 20 and 30 and 40 minutes and 2 hours from your home. They decide to fly over all those places and come to this great weather that we have here.
We'll go to Samantha in the second row, and then it was Aiden or Zach that had the hand up. Zach, we'll go Zach.
You said me first, right? Hey, Coach. I want to know, considering how young these players are when they have to make such big decisions about their lives, if any player comes to you and says they're unsure about what to do, what's your advice to them to make sure that they're doing what is genuinely right for them, and how do you help them make that decision?
You got to take me out of it when I'm doing that with them. So first thing I tell them, you need to pray. You can't ask me because I'm going to do what's best for me, right? Especially because what's best for me is to make sure that I give Syracuse the best chance to win. And then I just ask them that, right? There's pros and cons in the whole piece of it, right? Like, you got to ask them why. Like, what's making you feel this way? What's making you feel that you need to go in a different direction? Or what's making you feel that this is the place? And if you don't know, what do you not know, right? Sometimes, you know how the brain is. You just start thinking different stuff and thinking different things. But I kind of just tell them you need to pray on that, right? I can't give you the answer because the answer I'm going to give you is going to be fit for us unless you come in with different things that you feel just aren't adding up. And you feel this might not be the place for you. And sometimes whatever you feel is real, right? So what you feel is real. If you feel that, Coach, I ain't really connected with y'all that much, or I just don't see myself being successful there, and I'm going to say, all right, bro, I'll get with you later. Be safe. I had somebody the other day call whose dad is damn near this is community almost, and went through different things, and we offered him first, and we was on him and got everybody to go, talked to him about keep working, and he was like, he having second thoughts about stuff. And I said, man, I wish you the best, buddy. You be safe. I mean, you're a great guy. We wish you all the best. Take care, because I don't want you to come here if you don't feel that in your heart, right? And you feel like you need to go do something else. I'll holler at you. Hopefully we play you.
Aiden and then Zach.
Yeah, Coach, a few of the guys that did sign are from Florida, from the Miami area. Just how important is that for you and your recruiting staff to build out of Florida right now?
Well, that's a great place. I think it's some of the best football in the country, right? Some of the best ball there. So you want to be able to go there and get players, right? If you don't got kids from Florida on your football team, it's going to be tough for you to change the program or tough to be able to win. So we're going to always go into Florida. They've been going to Florida for a long time here, and we'll continue to do that because football, successful people, they are most of them from Florida.
And then you guys also signed #1 punter in the nation.
Yep.
Obviously, you guys just had a great punter. What should the fans know about the punter that you just signed, and how do you evaluate a punter when you're recruiting the high school game?
How far they punt? How high it is? Nah, he got a lot of swag. Him and Jack are really similar. Jack was very confident. This kid got a little bit more hip to him though, but Jack was confident. Jack didn't really care about what he had on. Jack will wear anything at any point in time. This kid he got some swag, right? Jimmy's the man. He's gonna make special teams everybody gonna watch it. He's a guy. I could see us now have to tell him you can't have parties at your dorm room, right? He's a different guy. He's very intelligent, 4.2, 4.3, something like that GPA. He's locked in when it comes to the classwork, but he fits in with everybody. He's charismatic. He's very charismatic, so I like him a lot.
Fran, in terms of like the sheer size of this class, I mean, you had 26 commits. Kind of what goes into wanting a class that big, and did you plan on having a class that big?
Because we got enough where there'll be guys come to me about going to the portal, different things of that nature. And by becoming one portal now, after this, you guys will see this January, it's going to get scary and people are going to stop running to the portal. So as they stop going to the portal after this January hits and you try to go, see, what I'm not going to do is this. All we doing is swapping twos. So that's why I wanted to take this class, because everybody's twos are upset, so they all want to leave because they're twos. So guys are just swapping twos right now, swapping different ones. So for me, I'm not trying to swap spit. I'm going to stick with my guys and develop our guys and stick to this model, because I truly believe that it's going to slow down after a lot of guys. There's going to be some good players that don't end up going where they want, or some people that's trying to chase the quick buck real fast, and then it end up not working out to the best of what you wanted. So I'm going to stick to this, and then we'll still hit the portal to get some key pieces that we need, right? So that's why.
Alexander Haskell's a guy you guys flipped from Penn State. Just kind of walk me through what you see in him as a player and what kind of
he's tough. Like, he's just all football. Like, he loves football. He'll practice 10 hours a day if you let him. I think he could play big end and he could play some 3-tech. He's super athletic, but he's tough. He's football, right? And that's what he's about, and that's what his family's about. And it was good to be able to get him, being as though he got a little brother that play in South Jersey at Whitman Park. His pops is a really good guy, and his mom's an amazing lady. So to be able to have them and their whole family dynamics up here, and being able to get him to come here finally, and he was a guy that we wanted early on that ended up committing somewhere else, and then we were able to end up getting him now. And everybody was trying, up until last night, calling him and on the phone with him, everybody up the whole 95. Everybody up the whole 95 was just on the phone with him, and he's sending me text messages, let me see what they say and all like that. And I can't wait till we get to play football again next year and everything be the right way. But they'll see it. I'm going to remember all those texts.
We'll go to Christian and then Brent, and then after that we can open it up for questions about anything anybody's got.
Fran, you talked about the connections you're making in Florida with the recruits there. How important is your relationship and the skills of your general manager, Tommy, in order to recruit that region well?
He's doing good. I don't think it's just Tommy. I think it's our staff, right? Because Tommy doesn't get the opportunity to go out all the time. It's the entire staff. But he's doing a really good job there. He understands and he knows it. His job is to manage the entire organization when it comes to what we're doing from a financial standpoint, and make sure we watch the entire practice and see guys with production, and watch every game from start to finish to be able to see those things so we can see progress in production. that's what his job is, not just Florida. Florida is a team. That's us, mainly me, right? I have to do that a lot myself, and other guys. We're all doing it, but that's what we think of. But Florida's important, right? Florida's our backyard. It's a part of the backyard.
And you also mentioned throughout the year Byron Washington being a leader at the freshman. Who do you see from this class stepping up to being a
This class?
leader immediately?
Immediately, Zaid, he the quarterback. And then when I get that one finish later, yeah.
Pass it right over to Fran.
Fran, you mentioned how important Florida is, but you know, with your Northeast roots, just that's also important.
Very.
Just how do you still prioritize, you know, building a wall around New York and the Northeast and trying to get the best of the best to commit here?
I mean, we're consistently going at who's the best and trying to offer all those guys first and being around and can recruiting them. The way we're going to change it and be able to flip, it's just going to be a bunch of good players from all over that are going to start to want to come to the school, right? So, but this is home. I mean, if you look at it, we got a bunch of guys that are from here, from Pennsylvania, from Delaware, New Jersey, New York. Like, they're from everywhere, right? And that's what we said we was going to do, and that's what we're still doing. So it's the same thing. You're going to just recruit your backyard, but that's a part of the backyard, right? Like Florida's a part of the recruiting area, which I talked about when I first got the job. That's a part of the backyard. That's the footprint from Canada through the DMV in Florida, right? You got to be able to recruit that. Then there's other places that you can just go in your spot a little bit. But Florida is like the backyard. That's damn near like New Jersey almost, if that makes sense.
Transitioning, Coach, to some coaching changes you made
Yeah.
this week. Just what did your evaluation show to make those changes?
Just statistically in the record, there's some things that we have to do from where we are from a run standpoint, what I'm looking for. I already got some people in line when it comes to certain jobs. Myself and Coach Robinson sat down and we just talked about where we are, and that's not what we want things to look like. There's things that we have to be able to do and go, and we decided to have Coach E be able to step to the side and move to a co-defensive coordinator title and, you know, assistant head coach, because that's what he's really good at, being able to facilitate and do that and be able to be. So he'll do more of the upfront stuff with the D-line, because he's always been known as one of the best D-line coaches in the country, to still go and help out with that. But then help me with a lot of assistant head coaching things, right? Being able to be in that field and push there, because ultimately I know that's the seat that he's going to end up sitting in, and that's what he does extremely well is he understands and knows people, right? He's really good with people, so that'll help us out. And teams, it was just something that we wanted to become. I talk about Dart all the time, and it's important to me that we're detailed all the time and that we do that in everything we do day in and day out. So that was the reason I made that decision. And from the offensive standpoint, like I said, we got a lot of big linemen that are really good. And I talked to those linemen about mentally tough, right? It's important that they're mentally and physically tough. I want them to become lean, fast, and we're going to dominate the offensive line of scrimmage, right? And those are some of the things that we go. And I think the guy that we're penciling on now, his track record says that we're going to get that done. And nothing towards those other guys. They did an amazing job. But for me, everybody's upset that we lost Steve, and I am, because he loves ball, and who knows what would have happened, right? But I got to see all the little holes in the program that I need to fix up and to be able to get things done right. And I can't wait to win again. And winning is coming. Winning already started today with signing this class. It'll finish off as we get a couple more guys and we get some portal guys to come in. But when we hit the ground running on January the 10th, when the freshmen first report, the 11th, our camp, and now I'm excited. Like, I'm happy. I got to learn a lot about myself. I learned a lot about staff, learned a lot about people, and just leadership, right? Leadership is what the followers do. And the followers wasn't doing a lot of things that were supposed to be done the right way. So you got to first go and look at yourself as the leader, then look at all the other leaders in those areas, and then we got to make it all right, right? There's some great things that we're changing and going to be able to do on offense just in case we ever run into something of that nature again, and have guys ready. And I'm going to vet every cue that come in, every guy that we go. I'm going to be locked in on all that. So that should address all of the changes that you guys will want to ask about.
And then
can bring that mic to Javon, and you can bring that mic up to Samantha. We will go Javon and then Samantha.
Fran, two things. First, on the recruiting side, our neck of the woods, Delaware, Maryland, Eastern PA, Jersey, for a long time, that had been known as basketball territory. How have you seen that perception kind of change in that area start to produce some damn good football players?
I think it's been doing both for a long time, but we just love basketball because up north in the wintertime it's cold, everybody in the gym, right? So, but now due to the fact of the way things are changing, there's so much 7-on-7, there's so many things that you get to do, people get to travel now, and there's indoor facilities up north now, so people get a chance to do that. So I think it's the same. You just get an opportunity to see them doing it, and like we could play basketball, so our football players are on the basketball court also when that season is done. So, but now football is becoming year-round up north, right? It's not the same. Before it was only down south, but I think it's up north now, so it's the same. So many players have went to the NFL from up here for a long time, and they've done the same thing in basketball, so it's a good deal. You know, like here we got, how many Hall of Famers? Like 9, something like that in the NFL, and basketball got some Hall of Famers. Like so it's been happening even when you look at this school. Look at all the Hall of Famers that they have and where they are and where they set at.
And then in July, when I asked you about this, you told me to come back to you in December. Rev share is a part of the business now. Do you know what your percentage is going to be for the 2026 season?
I know what my percentage is, so what I could say to be respectful to everybody, we don't got the most and we don't got the least. And my son's first kindergarten teacher used to tell him, you get what you get and you don't get upset. You got to make it work. So we good what we got. We're going to make it work, and we ready to play ball. January 10th is when we back at it.
Appreciate it, Fran.
Yeah.
We'll go last 3, Samantha, Chris, and finish with Aiden.
Coach, I spoke with the punter who you recruited. He is a cool guy. I agree with you on that. He has some charisma for sure. I was wondering how you felt about something that he said to me, which was that, you know, despite the record, the hardships from last year, he felt completely and utterly committed to you the entire time, predominantly because he believes in your vision. Just how does it feel to hear that, you know, after going through some hardships this season, just to know some guy felt that way the entire way through?
I think everything I do with my heart, and I'm speaking straightforward to him and telling him the truth. So it's good to understand and know that young men are listening. It's also good to understand and know that we're recruiting the right kid, because it takes a strong-minded kid. It takes a kid with character and gut and grit to be able to stay committed after a season like that. Right, so all these kids that came here and that committed, they all had other offers. They all could have went to a school in the same conference or a bigger conference because they had those. But for them to show the character, to show who they are, I think it says a lot about the Block S. It says a lot about what we're doing and where we're going to, right? I mean, I think it showed that last night with the grit that they had on the basketball court, right? Like things are consistently changing and going to keep growing. I just think Syracuse is back. I know we didn't have the best season of where it goes through, but the kids know I'm telling them the truth, and I think they believe in Dart, right? Being detailed, accountable, relentless, and tough in all aspects of your life. Just staying focused, even when times are hard. Like I told them before, and I'm telling them all the time, you're going to go through a 2-month stretch at some point in your life. You'd rather go through it now than going through it later. But no matter when you go through it, just got to get up and work. Just go hard work and faith to get you through everything. And I know they feel that, they believe that. And I can't wait till they're all here, and our whole team is thinking that way. Damn near 85 to 90% of us all got that same mindset. It's gonna be fun. Just watch how it looks. Just watch where it goes. It's gonna be fun.
And last 2, Chris, and
Fran, is there anything in particular about like the scheme on defense you want to change, or what do you want to see from the new coordinator?
I want to see us tackle the guy with the football and not them running the end zone so much. Just hitting, you know, the identity. I didn't think we had an identity on defense. I thought it was just so many things that was opposite. I thought it was sometimes a little bit too much. We would get to the game and not do exactly what we practiced, and that kept the kids a little bit off guard. It was just a lot. But I want us to hit and tackle, and I think we'll have a better identity. I got a couple guys that we're working through some stuff now. The identity will be good. Well, I look at football like if you looked at the outside, then we had some young guys do well. Chris Pill played pretty good football. Demetrius played pretty good football. You had a young Nisi in the middle waking up, doing his thing. You got Nate in there waking up, doing his thing, getting better. And then you got 2 linebackers that are definitely coming back, you know, and then Cornell Perry, who's starting to lead and get stuff. So we got a lot of guys that can do it. We just bringing other ones in and just keep going. And if you give them the right scheme, the right mindset with who they are, just those guys are leaders. So if you give those guys the right scheme and the mindset, right, and the identity is right, I think we won't be stopped, especially with Coach Chad and JB. Those guys are doing the weight room, right? I think Coach Hicks and all those guys in there are going to do a really good job. Our guys will get a lot bigger, stronger, and faster. We got to bend better, right? This whole offseason for us is going to be bend and change the direction. But we got to bend and strike the right way, right? And we got some things to do that programmatically that you'll see we're a better bending team. You'll see we're a bigger team, right? We'll keep getting bigger, and it's an adjust. This is the second year, right? So second year in the program, I'm excited about where we are and the vision that everybody has. And everybody that's here right now, we're all on the same track. And I only want to bring people in who are going to respect that and respect the vertical line.
The second linebacker, is that Derek or Bryant that you know is coming back?
Brian.
Brian. And then will you contact Muschamp, or have you contacted Muschamp about the defensive coordinator?
All the time. Muschamp is that's my man. That's like a mentor. It's a big brother to me. Like, that's the OG. So I hit Muschamp up all the time. You know, Muschamp's a guy that I just call him and like, Coach, what's up? He'll text me, how you doing? I know you're upset. Yeah, Coach. I just feel like crying right now, right? And I could talk to him like that. I could tell him different things, and he gives me different advice on stuff all the time and does it. And he's been giving me some ideas. I'm trying to get him to come back. He don't want to. He's chilling with Miss Carol. They ain't doing it. He's chilling. He already got enough money. He ain't got time. Nah, he gonna come up and do it and hang with us in spring ball. He gonna hang with us in the winter, and he'll hang with us in camp. And then he gonna watch his son play, right? His son playing ball, and Miss Carol and them, they've been in football for a long time, and she deserves a husband at home, so I respect it.
And to finish us off, one question, David.
Yeah, Coach, you've mentioned January 10th as kind of like a key date for you a few times from Saturday to today now. What does your next 5 weeks look like? How do you improve this program before that date?
For me, my new year already started December the 1st. For the guys, they're finishing up little things that they want to do. Academically, we got lock in on that. That's the most important thing right now, that they finish that out. Then they get ready for Christmas to hang with their family, have the right New Year's, the right mindset, and come back. We got to work, right? There's a lot of things we got to work on. But our work, everybody going to go work in the weight room. Everybody going to work in all those other phases and all those other things. Our work is more so on our friendship. Our work is more so going to be on the love that we got for each other. Our work is more so going to be making sure we know each other, right? Like me and Tyler work together. I need to learn more about Tyler, right? Like we got to really hang out more. In order for us to understand, know what makes my guy go, know what triggers him, understand that, we got to hang out a little bit more. And we're going to be able to do that because I got so many of these mid-years coming in, got all those guys together, and the way I already got the schedule set up, Ryan, to tell you, the schedule is done all the way to till August. So I've already been going through that, and I've been working on that, and this is going to be the best offseason that I've ever been a part of as a football coach, and I'm going to make it that way for our players, and we're going to enjoy it. So media, y'all should stay around a lot. Follow us. We're going to have a lot of fun.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.